Hi guys, how are you? My name is Thais Mills. I'm an abstract artist and writer from New Orleans, Louisiana, and today we are coming together wherever you're enjoying this for this woman right here. She needs no introduction. None other than my girl, and now yours, Renee Knorr. How are you, babe?
I'm doing a wonderful superstar. How are you doing?
Hey man, I'm spending my Friday evening with Renee Knorr, the founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors. Like, that's not a bad day.
Well, I'm delighted to be here with the one and only Miss Thais Mills, right from New Orleans, my home girl. That's right, Nola in the house, darling. I love it. You look
Yeah.
so amazing. Love your outfit, darling.
You always make me feel like $1,000. This is really exciting. First of all, we're from New Orleans, and we can talk about being natives of New Orleans all day, but you are really shining and grinding out here in Atlanta
Well, I
and
think we're
around the world.
I'm about to say, I think we're both shining and grinding in Atlanta. I'm grateful to be in a position, and I can't take the claim, and I can't take the honors without giving God His glory first, because it's God's favors. That's why I'm in this position, and you know, I'm just grateful to be an obedient servant, keep on
Yes.
doing what we say we want to do when we first start. But sometimes, just in this whole place of lifing, sometimes we get distracted. Sometimes we also get off of our focus and we get setbacks, right? But don't realize that those setbacks are just out to prepare your character, prepare you for the journey along the way. So I'm just grateful that I said yes to the Global Women Wealth Warrior. I'm grateful that we've been consistent. Most importantly, I'm grateful that we've been able to deliver the things they were going to deliver on. This is just the beginning.
You know, it's craziness.
I see
I
it.
don't. Mhm, mhm. I don't. Well, this just goes to show you how
Mhm.
hot your events to how hot your event is going to be because your milkshake is bringing all the boys to the yard. Okay,
Oh, you're
Cotton
too
Ball seen
cute.
that
I
Renee.
love it.
Listen, Cotton Ball said Renee Knorr is going to be at Chateau Elan, and he is already exhausted at the thought of the coming on out and having a blast.
Well, tell him come on with his adorable self. Janae has my daughter, Jazzy. She has like three beautiful dogs as well. And all of them happen to be white, from JoJo alongside with Nala, as well as Prince Kobe. And, I'm just loving your baby as well over there. Oh my
Listen,
goodness.
listen, this is nothing but a taste of what everyone is going to be enjoying. Because guess what? Even at your event, you don't know who's coming. As a matter of fact, let me just get my wine right now and just pour up because we can't begin to talk about where we're about to start talking about without being in Rome as the Romans. Okay. We cannot be talking about one of the finest wineries in Atlanta.
That's right. Award
We
winning. Okay. Award winning.
award
Yes.
winning.
Chateau
We
Ylan.
cannot. I take this sip for you, Chateau Elon, because it's so classy. Like I know when I saw the flyer, I mean, of course, being a part of GW3, you never know where it's gonna afford you to go and who it's gonna get you to meet. It's such a beautiful experience. But I'm gonna be honest. You're international, you're jet setting. The really cool thing about having something at Chateau Elon is that we can kind of localize that fun for just a minute. You know what I mean? Like the travel was nice, but it's back to school. We can kind of stabilize a bit. We're close to home. This is where, this is your headquarters for GW3. How do you feel hosting something in the headquarters of GW3, coming from such an international space? Like you've been traveling all summer promoting Global Women Wealth Warriors.
Well, I appreciate you asking that question. And, truly it has been extensive travel since January. Not only have we been able to connect with all of our members across the globe, however, I'll say this because at one point we were in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we visited
Right.
the amazing Miss Elisa alongside with Frederick, beautiful daughter. There we did our high tea, and we thought about having the sixth annual Power to Soar Leadership Conference there. And then it was just like the different logistics and the moving parts and things of that nature. It's like what dawned on me, it's like, wait, hold on. Have a beautiful location right here. And for those know, we both from New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans was the first place, for the United States, that is to think about class as well as, just even have the first opera because of our culture as well as our history and legacy. It's so important for us to continue on building that type of experience. So Chateau Elan was like a perfect backdrop. So grateful that not that everyone agreed to it, but it's like taking everyone away, like they're out of the states, that out of the United States, to bring them right there to a beautiful chateau. And I'll say this also, oh my goodness, the importance of a winery, the importance of just culture, the importance of class, specification. Some of the things that we're going to be doing as well is incorporating the youth that's going to be in attendance. So we're going to be providing them with an etiquette class. And so I'm so excited about that. We have about 30 of our youth that's going to be joining us, and that's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's pretty huge. When I sit and think about how you never stop. Like, are you even unpacked from Dubai?
No, I'm not unpacked from Dubai. I'm not unpacked from Mexico. Well, let's talk about Dubai. All right. So Dubai really wasn't a trip that was geared towards vacation, or was it a
Correct.
trip that was a long trip? That was a short trip. And I'm so grateful
Okay.
because with Dubai, not only was I the first American to receive this beautiful, prestigious Crystal Award, okay? This right here was just a huge reflection of nothing but Black excellence.
Ooh,
And so I was so
wow.
okay. And it's very heavy, guys. It is very heavy. Now, from
Oh,
Mexico, that was one of the trips that I needed. I was able to breathe, because this has truly been a fulfilled year, and it's not even over with yet. But I'm so grateful with everything that we've been able to accomplish thus far. And, Mexico was just a way to relax, restore, replenish, and also reflect upon the journeys thus far where we are, and then also to see where we have to grow before the end of this year. So I'm so happy to be back home. I was so happy to be wrapped around my baby Jackie. And I'm just looking forward to seeing everybody for August 17th, for the Power to Soul Leadership Conference.
so talk to me about where power to soar comes from. Like, where where is where did that manifestation begin to take flight, if no pun intended?
Yeah, well, not a problem at all. When we first rolled out of the red carpet for the first experience, it's hard to believe that we're here now. It's the sixth annual Power to Soul Leadership Conference. And so we first started off right there at the Morrow Center. As a matter of fact, it was just yesterday when I was talking to some of the amazing individuals that was a part of what we were. I hear this echo. It's so crazy. I don't know if you hear the echo or not, but when we started the experience right there with the Morrow Center, it was more or less like, okay, so let this be a blueprint and let's prepare ourselves. What is it that we want to see? How do we want to, you know, celebrate women through the globe? And what are some of the components that were needed? And so with that first experience, It was powerful. We started off with not celebrating some phenomenal women right across the globe, but also bringing some of our men leaders in, our authors, all the our local vendors. And so we did the second year right there, also with our center. That was the opportunity to be blessed by the governor, by, be receiving our proclamation, but also by Mr. Davis. He also provided us with our proclamation for not only having the empowerment of women, but also the movement of being able to honor our youth as well. So power to soar. When you think about, I truly think about, you know, and when you think about the character of an eagle, it, you know, no matter what, the eagle is one of the most strongest birds in the and in our journey, sometimes even as an eagle, you have to be able to do things alone, and then you have to know how to bring everybody well. So when you think about soaring, think about new heights. The only bird that can even get close to an eagle is a crow. And even with that crow, it usually like try to peck at the eagle's neck to try to bring the eagle down. And all the eagle does is spread its wings and it takes it to a higher altitude. But we know with the crow, it can hold on to that oxygen. The crow can rise up to those over those 10,000, you know, um, feet of air that the eagle can fly up to. New, so eventually, the crow falls off. So when you think about that, I love it. So without any limitation, being able to create a destiny, being able to create and stay innovative as well. So when you think about having that power comes from within, having the resilience, having the tenacity as well as that grit, because that's what is needed as well. And just being able to oversee things, because as an eagle can look over everything and it could determine where it wants to, take its next either landing or continue on going high. So power to soar is a way of us allowing ourselves total freedom, not only using our voice, using our purpose. Of course, it's stemmed by our passion, but too, not only a fulfilling life. Like I love how Oprah Winfrey says she always like to keep that cup running over it. It allows us to be able to keep that cup not only full, but constantly running over. So true when I say power to soar and taking you on to new levels of your expectations. We like to stretch through. So therefore, you cannot even think about going back to where you came from. It's time for you to go forward and create the legacy and destiny.
You, you know, I am a member of GW3. Of course, I'm a supporter, but I cannot ignore the elephant in the room. You are the one of the most historic African American models of the 20th century, like what you did with Ebony and Jet, and back when women weren't really being represented, and with the Beverly Johnsons and everything. Like, how taking that taking that and transcending it into a network of women that connect and still feel empowered and loved. Is that overwhelming for you?
Uh,
Like you just said, you haven't unpacked from Dubai. Are there other things that you just haven't unpacked because you take care of everyone? Look, guys. Full disclosure, she even took care of me. Okay, I could not get everything, the technicalities right. She's like, you should do it like this. I was like, you were supposed to be in the interview. Like, you're just always there for everyone, and as honored as I feel to have that love from you, you have well over 10,000 women and men in your network. How can you be so much to so many so authentically?
do it all through the grace of God.
Hmm.
You know, I don't really focus on the number. I just focus on giving as much love as I possibly can. Being a little girl from New Orleans, Louisiana, like my mother, just being able to embrace people wherever she traveled to or wherever she went. She was a Jehovah's Witness. She was a pioneer as well. And the congregation just loved so much Chloe. Oh my goodness. In fact, all the youth used to call her mom. And as a little girl, I used to be like, why are you calling my mom your mom? You know? But I didn't understand at that time. But I can understand now. You see, even with my mother going into her last days, I remember the fact that she still was nurturing people. She still was like doing one of those Jesus Christ, now washing the feet of humanity because she was pouring so much love into others as well as she was bringing them. Growing up, mom used to always say, because I used to ask, I said, Mom, tell me, what do you think about this? She would always say, well, let's see what the Bible says. Mom always had that seed in her to be connected to God. And as a Jehovah's Witness, everyone knows Jehovah's Witness, we love to read and we always are quick to know of how we can take things out of the physical things and focus them into the spiritual realm. So I'm grateful that my mom do that for me. And where I am as today, it's like I'm an old soul, and I don't mind taking that as a part of my legacy. You know, grateful enough when you ask about fashion, and I sent you a message also, check text message. Um, with Ebony Fashion Fair, that was an opportunity that gave me the wings to see what traveling was like. And I will always say thanks to Roz Connor for giving me that opportunity to even have the privilege to become one of um, the Ebony Fashion Fair iconic models throughout the years. And it has truly embarked upon me with, greater true appreciation for people, greater appreciation for fashion, as well as greater appreciation for relationships. Oh my goodness, relationships. Because still till today, we're talking about a legacy that's been over 51 years. 51 years. I was grateful to be a part of the Jazz Age of Fashion, year 97, 98. And not only was I representing New Orleans, Louisiana, I also lived in Atlanta at the time as well. So it's like I had two worlds in one. But I just want to say thank you to Mrs. Eunice Johnson. Thank you to Mr. John Johnson for even providing us with that legacy because that'll always carry us through our lives. Actually, we're going to be honoring one of the iconic fashion designers, a dear, dear friend, actually Mr. Lamar Amir. We've been friends even before, we even knew anything about the whole Ebony Fashion Fair, being a part of our now being a part of our history. Lamar Lamir, we're going to be honoring him with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And it just gives me, goosebumps just knowing that here we are being able to be complementing each other throughout the years, and now we're brought back together. And it's because of fashion, it's because of people, and it's because of also making an impact to change lives. And that's truly where, I feel that's kind of like my, as they say, that's my swag, baby. I love helping people. I really do. And not only do I love helping people, Thais, I love when women, especially, find their strength, find their power, use their voices to be able to make a difference. And so we've been able to embrace those type of relationships as well as providing our young leaders the same privilege of being able to use their smarts, their brilliancy, alongside with just their gifts so therefore they can change and impact the world.
How did I get the gig to interview you today?
Well, you know, when we were talking, that was one of those things. You're like, what can I do? I said, how about if we have the opportunity to connect with people, because I think that's so important. Whenever you have events, people come, but sometimes they don't really understand what all is taking place. So I love the fact when we do our events, we always like to interview the honorees, we interview the guests, we also interview even our vendors so people know who they're going to be connecting with by the time they get to the actual event. And you know what's so funny? No one ever really interviewed me, so why not you? Because you are always on point with your interview skills. So I'm like, yeah, let's make it happen. Let us not only give people the opportunity to learn more about why we do what we do, but also learn more about me. So I'm honored. I'm so grateful to be here with you, superstar.
I
And you
really
have been doing phenomenal. Wait, let's just talk about you for just a split second, okay? You have been doing incredible. I saw that you were able to do this amazing renovation of the house. Oh, let's talk about that. And then you put your creativity, you put that spin of Thais Mills that only Thais Mills can do. First and foremost, so we got to talk about that beautiful home with the yellow door. Yes, yes. In addition to that, the first couple that were able to recognize the Global Women Wealth Warriors is also the couple that now you are doing interviews for, and that's Steve and Marjorie Harvey. And you, my friend, now you're working alongside with the foundation, doing the interviews there, hosting the event. I'm so proud of you as well. So, you know what? I need to raise. Where's my glass of water? Because I can't drink champagne right now. I cannot do any champagne, or I can do tea. I'll make sure I get some tea. You can have a drink for me. How about that? Until the event on August 17th. All right.
yes.
Yes.
I
So I'm
love
proud.
you. I love you,
I
Renee.
love you more. Here you go. Heart, hearts. All right. And I
No,
love our
I'm gonna tell
flowers.
you
I forgot
why.
about the flowers with Miss Thais. Oh my goodness, guys. Let me tell you about this queen. Not only when I first connected with her, she literally put the flowers in an Uber. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're doing that? She literally sent the Uber to deliver my flowers so therefore I can go live that day with one of her flowers in my hair. Let's give it up for Thais Mills as well. And I'm looking so forward. This year, Thais, not only am I looking forward to us having the signature green flower for 2023, we're so grateful that you've been able to bring about that yellow flower. And since we're all dressed up, it's like that whole Barbie theme. I feel like we're two baby dolls right now, right?
Yeah.
Dressed up. I'm looking forward to what you're doing with that amazing green, spectacular. I can't wait for us to unveil your green flower, what we're going to be doing for this year.
The hardest part is staying cool because I I just grew up admiring everything that you stood for. You represented our city when many women weren't.
Mm,
And so even being here with you doing this interview, I have to just remind myself not to geek out.
mm.
Okay. Okay, because you were like the Beverly Johnson of New Orleans. Like everyone, it was Renee Knorr and it was G Tucker. G,
Wow.
G
Don't
Tucker
you
who
start, okay? Ah,
yeah, she was in Sanford and Son, but she
mm.
was doing acting. You were modeling. But
You
like
know,
I go back to the history of what New Orleans was like. I remember when my mama took me to the singer for Lynn Whitfield when she did the Josephine Baker story. Remember that?
yes, yes. Oh my goodness, you're giving me chills right now. I had the opportunity of meeting of course, Miss Lynn Whitfield, and what an honor meeting her. Sometimes when I wear my hair snatched, pulled up at the top, people are like, you remind me of Lynn Whitfield. I say I receive that any day of the week because I just always adore her. Beverly Johnson. I'll share you a quick story about Beverly Johnson. I truly admire Beverly, and even till today, something about signature models back, we always say kind of like something about the swagger of supermodels still being on the runway today, hands down, we still know how to slay, period. And that Beverly Johnson, oh my goodness, she looks incredible, incredible. I had the opportunity of auditioning for Beverly Johnson with Mr. Dwight Eubanks, as well as Mr. I'm going to say Carl Thomas, Carl Anders. I can't think of Carl's last name. He's going to get me. But at any rate, you know what, guys? I had just moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and they told me about this audition for Miss Beverly Johnson. And I'll be honest with you guys, I did not get cut for that particular position. And you know what? It was okay because I had to work on Renee. I literally had to go back into the blueprint, see how I had to mix up some more ingredients. So therefore, when I came back the next time around, not only was I ready, but they were going to be ready for me. And when I did the second time around, I slayed so hard. Still till today, Dwight Eubanks and I are dear friends. I truly love him for telling me no the first time, because you know what, guys, sometimes we have to realize it's not saying no forever. It just means no, that you're probably not right or you're not ready for an opportunity. And don't give up. Whatever you do, do not give up. Go back and make sure when you come back the second time around, you give them all you have. Give them your very best. And this time, make sure make sure it's not only that you're memorable, but you become unforgettable. And that's what has happened since then. So that's my words of encouragement for some of those who've received those no's. I love no's, Thais. I absolutely love the no's because it really gives me opportunities to work on myself. To work on myself. I remember auditioning for another company. They told me no as well. I said, well, it's okay. I just want to come and I just want to learn from the other models while I'm here. Now, I'll tell you why they told me no. This was a company out of Las Vegas. I literally, when I went into the audition, I had on a leopard print skirt. I had on a leopard print jacket. I even had on a leopard print hat. Okay, guys? I was just overly done with my attire, so they couldn't even recognize me. They didn't even see me. Usually, as a model, you're supposed to keep it simple, right? Black pants, white t-shirt, or sometimes you need to dress it down. Well, I was just too extra. That's what had happened with that particular casting call. But what I did, I definitely told them, hey, I just want to be here to support the other models. If you need me to do whatever I need to do, I am here. And guess what happened, guys? Not only did I get cut for that, not only did I get the position afterwards for showing up again and again, but I was on the front row when the show opened. Guess who was one of the opening models? That would be me. Okay, so again, don't give up. Work on yourself, work on your craft, and make sure when you go in, sometimes you're not always going to be front and center. Sometimes you have to work your way up. And that's okay as well. I've done many gigs where I didn't even get compensated. You know why? Because I have to work on myself. Sometimes people take getting paid for instant gratification. Guys, you really need to put yourself back into school sometimes. And when you go to school, make sure you're learning the craft the right way from the right ones. Because, baby, we laid down some concrete roads over the years. And I'm so grateful now that we're able to give back. We're able to pour into others. As a matter of fact, Thais, I'm working with young ladies all across the globe right now, from Zimbabwe, from Tanzania. I mean, I just absolutely love my position in life right now. And it's because not only was I patient with myself, I'm grateful that God gave me the grace, and sometimes that takes wisdom, guys. It takes wisdom. And I'm here standing every bit of, I call myself 6'4" on my extraordinary days and 5'11" on my average days. But I stand with so much humility also because I've gone through a lot. I've learned a lot. And I'm grateful for each and every last one of my moments, from my learning opportunities alongside with my triumphs as well.
I'm the one conducting the interview, but I feel like I'm inside the interview because I'm just like, wow, that's a really good answer. Really
I
good.
love you so
Like,
much.
who's the person that's going to ask her something after that? Oh, no, wait, it's me.
Yes, that would be you.
It's me. I'm gonna tell you something, Renee.
Yeah.
I'm excited about August the 17th. I'm excited about the unique ways you're creating opportunities for so many different business owners all over the world. Honestly, and I want to go ahead on and put myself out there. Like, I'm so happy that I joined the group because I work way too much. I do. Maybe
Mm,
because my job looks fun, it's still work. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And as much as I have done to make it relaxing, I'm in my robe, I have my mug and my wine, it's still work. You know what I mean? The lighting, everything. And what I love about the camaraderie that you've built on this GW3 platform is it's like thousands of women that are like kind of like me and men, that are like me, and you connect us all. So I'm excited. I'm excited about Chateau Elon.
Yes.
I am, and thank you for taking the time with me today because I was fashionably late, so it's okay. I was fashionably late because I was watching supermodels then and now
Uh-huh.
about models like Pat Cleveland, Beverly Johnson, who you
Oh.
modeled with. And I got so enthralled because, I think we lose basis of how much you guys didn't have when you
Mhm.
were up there on that stage. You didn't have social media. You didn't have the agents. You didn't have the music sometimes. Like, what was the highest paid supermodel in England? Her name was China McLeod, or just her name was China. And she was saying that people thought she was on drugs because she just moved, but she was like, she just heard the music in her head because back then people would try to touch your clothes so they can see the materials you were using to try to take things from your designer, so you really couldn't let them touch your, whereas now it's such an interactive experience, everything is about to, so it's a whole different world. So when I see how professional you were then representing our hometown, and now you're here in Atlanta, you've created a whole network of people. I mean, it's like you put everyone on their own runway.
Well, I want to say something, and I love you for saying that. And I'm just going to embrace you and give you this virtual hug first and foremost. You know, for the Pat Clevelands, let's just pause right there, okay? I would have loved to absolutely model with the Pat Clevelands back in the day. Oh my goodness! But you know what I love so much about Pat? She's still slaying, still till today. I had the pleasure of meeting her when we did our Ebony Fashion Fair reunion. And oh my goodness, I was so smitten by Pat Cleveland. And, I just had to give her such a warm hug. And we got many pictures of Pat Cleveland alongside with Lamar Amir, as well as Peter, all of us together. And I mean, it was like we worked together, but we didn't even work together, but we still was right there with each other, guys. Oh man. Pat Cleveland, I remember the picture with her sitting right next to Muhammad Ali on the bus, right with one of the Ebony Fashion Fair buses. And to watch Pat, now her daughter, to walk in her footsteps. And oh my goodness, it's just incredible. You know what I'm going to do for you? I got something special. The memoirs of Miss Pat Cleveland. I'm going to give you one of her books. How about that? Pat came to Los Angeles and she received her Lifetime Achievement Award thanks to one of our amazing sisters, Miss Faye Mosley. She was able to present Pat Cleveland. And then that gave us the opportunity to truly to learn more about her because unfortunately I didn't get a chance to model with her. You know, I was kind of like that late bloomer, guys. When I started with Ebony Fashion Fair, I was literally 27, 28. And most girls have already was like in their, I would say 1920s. They were much younger. And I remember when Miss Johnson, when she saw me, she said, "Baby, how old are you?" And I told her my age. She said, "Ooh, you look good." Because I truly was like the mother hen of the group. Thais, I really was the mother hen of the group. And I look back at those days and I cherish every ounce of just that whole legacy and what Ebony Fashion Fair did for all of us. For all of us. If you can recall, thanks to Mrs. Johnson, she was the epitome of fashion. I remember Oscar De La Renta, who I've also had the opportunity of working alongside with. He gave her that name. If it wasn't because of Miss Johnson, the fusion of fashion and music, oh my goodness, that was just the highlight of what fashion really could do when you brought both of those two together. She truly was not only the trailblazer, she was the iconic person when it came down to fashion. And oh my goodness, that legacy over 51 years. That's right, 51 years, the largest, longest traveling tour of its kind. And I will always raise up my not only my stilettos. Today I got my comfortable shoes on today, guys. I'm gonna raise up even my little pony slippers for Mrs. Johnson. That was kind of cute, right? I'm so that's what you do, right? Oh my goodness. My pony slippers. I got those slippers when we were in Kentucky Derby, okay? Yes, I would have on my stilettos, but you know, I'm at home today. So, yes, I would raise up everything to her because of her, the game changer. That's truly who Mrs. Johnson was. And I'm so honored to be a part of her legacy. Yes. Did I make you laugh?
That's it, girl. That's all I got. Like I am. I mean, that's how you end it. I mean, like a with Pat Cleveland and Beverly Johnson conversations on the hills of Chateau Elon on
Yeah.
August the 17th.
So you know what we're gonna be doing August 17th, Thais. Not only are we gonna kick it off on the 17th, it's just really casual. Come in, get to know each other. We're gonna even play games. I would like to say whether you like to shoot pool, card games. You know, Malika Starr, her brother Malik, he's gonna be in the house. And let me tell you, those guys love playing spade. I don't know if we got any spade players out there, but truly we're gonna have those kind of fun interaction. And that's the night where everybody just come in and just hug on each other and love on each other. The next morning, we have the opportunity of doing a golf classic, I'm sorry, celebrity golf classic invitational tournament. And I'm so excited about that. We have celebrities coming with us, whether they're a former NFL player or NBA player. We have celebrities, music artist, Mr. Skip Martin's going to be playing. Even Robbie Wells, who's running for 2024 president candidate, he's going to be joining us, and so many other celebrities that's going to be in the house. So I'm so excited about what's getting ready to take place, and that's going to take that's on the 18th. Later on that evening, authors, I'm talking to you right now. We need more authors. Guys, the importance of being a leader is also a great reader. We have been blessed by so many of our authors. Not only we're empowering authors, we have already given birth to over 30 new authors that's going to be with us. And if you're an author, if you're looking to be a part of a book club, truly the Global Women Wealth Warriors GW3 Society is a place for you. Right now, we've just finished reading this particular book here, Game Changer, by the man himself, Mr. Rob Angel. And if everyone remember this particular book here in regard to the Pictionary, remember this small idea led him to selling over 38 million copies, guys, 38 million copies. So not only we're going to be empowering our adults, but also for our future leaders as well, because we're going to have 30 of our youths that's also going to be a part of this experience. One of the other things that we're going to be doing, Thais, we're going to have an etiquette class. It's so important for us to really embrace and embody that social class etiquette. So, therefore, we're going to be doing that for our young leaders. And even if you're not a golfer, guess what? We also have putting on the greens for all of our non golfers. And so that's going to be fun. As I share with you guys later on, we're going to do the book reading, we're going to have the book club. And then the next day, that's going to be on that Saturday. It's an all right Power to Soar business leadership conference. That's right, full day of 20 incredible speakers. And then we have six of our keynote speakers that's going to be joining us, guys, talking about powerful. Oh my goodness. And then later on that night, it's all about the Gorgeous Green Gala. That's right, the Gorgeous Green Gala. Not only we're excited about that, we're going to be recognizing seven of our Lifetime Achievement Award recipients, and that's going to be so explosive. I mean, these individuals have not only been able to pour into humanity, they've been making huge differences, like, your Skip Martins, Robbie Wells. We have Dr. Juanita Bonds alongside with Leslie, as well as John Pace. And last but surely not least, we also have the man himself, Mr. Baba G, the jewelry designer. If you guys know from Wakanda Forever, that's right. The jewelry designer himself, who did many of those pieces that Mrs. Beautiful, I love her, Angela Bassett, that she was wearing for the movie. He will also be in the house alongside with several of our other designers. We have two fashion shows, guys, not one, but two fashion shows. We're going to be doing our golf chic fashion show and then our haute couture fashion show that includes Miss Karen Geddes, Miss Ralliford Hall, alongside with Xavier Sharif is coming all the way with those beautiful fur coats. In addition to that, the man himself is going to be closing out the show. It's Mr. Lamar Amir. I'm so excited. I'm pumped up. I'm ready for the show to be here on tomorrow, Thais. Are you ready? You already have your green gown, beautiful.
I am going to look. I am hopefully we can get a nice guy to escort me to this golf because I want to make it like a prom night.
Did you say prom night? I love it. I love it. You are too
No, but
cute.
I love you, babe. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you for the interview. This is not the last time that people are going to hear me talking about what begins on August the 17th.
Yes.
It all starts on August the 17th, but it rolls into 3 days
20th.
of just communal continuity, building, networking, celebrating, empowering. Thank you for creating such a fun event. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for
And
having
thank you for just being Renee Knorr, baby, because Renee Knorr gets you more. Okay.
I like that. Yes. Well, I'm so grateful for your for being on your platform, and whatever you may need, you already know. I'm just a phone call away, darling.
I'm gonna call you too because
Okay.
I need that big sister energy.
No problem. I got you. I got
I
you.
love you so much, babe. I will see
Love you
you
too.
like everyone else, August the 17th to hang out with Chateau Elon. I'm already starting, guys. This is not too late. You can see on the links here at wherever you are viewing this. There'll be the link for you to go directly to your website, globalwomenwealthwarriors.com, and find out how you personally or your business can get a part of this amazing opportunity to engage and connect. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate you. And go do something awesome. Like you've been sitting still for too long. I'm like is are the flight companies even working now? Like when you sit still, do people even fly? I get so confused.
You know what? I'm always directing traffic somewhere, right? Always directing traffic, but it's always great to be here with you, beautiful. And I can't wait to come and check out the new studio because I heard you've done some new decor over there, new lighting. And the last time I was there, I was just like a 15-year-old. I didn't even want to leave. So I am looking forward to coming back over to your beautiful palace as well. All right.
If I can get you stable long enough, you're more
I
than welcome
know.
to come back and paint with me. I love you. We love
I love
you.
you more.
And we'll see you on the putting green.
Absolutely. See you. And you already know what I say. Roll those shoulders back, keep those head up, because it's time for us to go blaze the universe. Why? The world needs another game changer. And that game changer is YOU. Thank you, Thais. Love you.
So cute. Oh.